Well, here we are. It's been a good day today.
Has it?
I think so.
Hmm.
And I got a big cup. I did.
Look, it matches my
Yeah. Well,
shirt.
see, you should have had this cup for Bucky's.
Now ours should be opening up soon.
I know. Hey, y'all, we getting a brand new Bucky's close by, and we're looking forward to it. I'm sure most of y'all have Bucky's or been by a Bucky's or seen a Bucky's or something, but it's quite a few of them in Texas. There's a handful in Florida.
Texas is where they started, though.
Right. That's why it's more over
I
there.
think this is the first one in Mississippi. There's some in Alabama.
Alabama's got one that I know of, maybe two. I don't know. I know they got one.
They have, because Eddie and Rita stopped at one up here.
Oh, so they got one above
Somewhere
Interstate
up there.
10. Yeah, we like Bucky's. It's got it on the bottom of the cup, too.
What?
But I can't tilt it up and show you.
Sure does.
When I took a drink, I saw it on the screen. I almost turned it over to look at it. That would have been a mess, wouldn't it? Okay, so I invited a couple of the people. I thought about it the last second. I didn't, I set it up to go live and I didn't think to invite some folks, but I did manage to invite a couple right before we went live, but they might be live. I don't know. I don't think they are. Let me look and see. Because I don't like to go live when some of the other group is going live.
Well, why didn't you look before you started?
Well, I did, but that don't mean they didn't go live after I looked.
It didn't come up on my thing.
There we go. Now I got the chat up there. See, I'm just behind the curve. I didn't have the chat set up. I almost forgot to invite people. I managed to send a quick invitation to Mr. Coop and Skipper. Well, really, that's the only ones I have information on. And I was gonna invite Georgie. Hey, Georgie, but I don't know. I need a contact for you, Georgie, so I can invite you to come in. Okay, none of y'all are alive. Well, good. Y'all had a fun day. I've watched some of y'all's stuff, and looks like some things dropped that kind of made y'all happy. That was kind of fun to watch. And so this morning, while y'all were doing all of that stuff, we were slicing bacon. We did another pork belly. We smoked another pork belly, and we took it out this morning. It was ready to slice up. So we sliced up some bacon.
And it was a really pretty piece of bacon.
Yeah, it was pretty. We fried up a couple, 2 or 3 pieces of it, and it was good. Have we got another one yet? Yeah. Or was that it? We got one more, don't we? We got a big one back there.
I just bought, yeah.
Yeah, we got one more pork belly we're going to do. We eat bacon almost every morning. Or I do, me and my son. And so we go through a lot of bacon. So rather than buying the bacon out of the store, we're buying pork bellies and we cure it ourselves. I smoke it, and then after we smoke it, we slice it up. Yeah, we make the homemade bacon, and it look head and shoulders above what you get in the store.
Hello from Belgium.
Hey, Belgium. Oh, I just now see that. Okay, it looks like Heroes Guyland to me. Let me know if I'm saying that right.
I didn't try
it. So, Georgie, at some point this evening, I guess we're going to have to sing a song. I told them if they got me over 900, we'd sing a song.
Well, you got a rat in your pocket.
I'll sing, but you're going to have to help me play. Yep, we're in this together. We're a team. We're gonna have to. I promised them if we hit
I can't help
900.
that you keep promising stuff.
Well, I promised that we would do a song, so I drug you in there with me. One of Mr. Coop's mod. How do I set up mods? Y'all need to teach me how to do that. I might want to hook a couple of y'all up as mods on this channel. And I can invite you in if you want to come in, Georgie. So we did the bacon this morning, and I washed the car finally. I've been wanting to wash the car for a couple of weeks, but every time I turn around, it's raining and cold.
Yesterday I made homemade pasta.
Yes, you did.
Shrimp Alfredo. That's what I made.
Through my YouTube studio. Okay, I'll have to look into that and set up some of y'all.
Today I made spaghetti.
Yep, today was spaghetti. Yesterday was homemade pasta, shrimp Alfredo.
Homemade Alfredo sauce.
It would look homemade Alfredo sauce, homemade pasta, and shrimp that we bought
Off the boat.
Off the boats right here in the Gulf. We go down and buy our shrimp fresh off the boat when they come
Just
in.
a couple of more months, I can start buying some more.
Yeah, June, isn't it? They start shrimping in June. And I had a toy come in the mail today. My new radio. So I spent the afternoon I got a new ham radio that's portable that I can take with me when we travel. And it was a somewhat of a learning experience how to set everything up on it. And I'm still not completely up to speed, but I got it set up, hooked up, and I made some contacts with it.
Yeah.
Yep, sure did. So now I got to get me an antenna to take with us.
So back here's.
Making you hungry again? Well, sorry. Didn't mean to do that to you. So look, down there in Florida, you saw something but you're not sure if it's for real or not, though. Huh?
Oh yeah, I don't know if it's
Okay,
real.
so we're not sure if it's for real or not, but supposedly
Saw it on Facebook, so
Yeah.
that don't mean Google it.
Supposedly DeSantis is pushing the idea of doing away with property tax.
Wouldn't that be great?
Which I've always thought property tax is a ripoff anyway. Because you don't feel like, hey, Paul, you don't feel like you own your property.
Hey, Paul.
You know, if you stop paying your property taxes, they will come take your property from you. So that tells me that it's their property, not mine, even though, we've paid for it and all that stuff. So all right, I'm looking. Yep, it's for real. He's trying to figure out a way or trying to push doing away with property taxes in Florida. I don't know. Let me go to Chat GPT. Let's see what it says. I don't know.
What it says about what? Oh. We did, Georgie. We did, and very nice.
What did we do?
Watch the thing she made, that tribute to.
Oh, I did. I watched the tribute. Man, you had a good-looking helicopter pilot on there. I saw that.
Wow.
Okay, according to Chat GPT, property taxes have always been around. They started them in 1646. The Massachusetts Bay Colony imposed one of the earliest recorded property taxes. And then in 1796, after the U.S. became independent, property taxes became a key source of revenue for state and local governments. It says most states have some form of property tax in place. Oh, I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind at all. Yeah, that was a nice little tribute. We like that. Yeah, y'all be sure and hit the like button and subscribe if you
I
haven't
did
already.
hit the like button,
Did you?
and I'm watching.
All right, I'm going to see. Let me see how many subscribers we have. We are at 906. Hey, I took a little move out of who is it? Hang on. Okay, Minnesota
Hey, Miss
Black
PJ.
Robe Regiment. He puts a live camera on his chickens every day to help boost his watch time, and I did a little figuring today and finally figured out how to stream live my bird feeder. So I'm thinking about doing that during the day. So if y'all want to go click and try to see a bird on my bird feeder, it might help me with some watch time. That's where we're pushing now. We need watch time. We've got, I don't know, about 840, something like that, hours of watch time. No, not 840, 2840. We need to get to 3,000. We are moving up. Miss Pink's waving. Hey, Miss Pink. Yeah, we are moving, and thanks to y'all, because we've seen a definite increase since we started hanging out with you guys and doing the lives and stuff. It's really helping out, and we appreciate it. Y'all got some coffee? I hope y'all have coffee.
On Facebook.
I see you're on Facebook. So, Georgia, you just woke up and decided you wanted to do a tribute to veterans. Is that was the deal? Was that the deal?
I think she said you inspired her.
I inspired her?
Because, can you go back and look at the?
I don't think so. Okay. Well, I'm glad I inspired you, man. I didn't see that comment.
She said. I could be wrong. Wrong about a lot of stuff. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Let's see. We had about 820 or 30 subscribers when we, kind of started running with you guys. So y'all have helped tremendously on getting our numbers up to 900. I'm looking forward to 1,000, and I believe we'll get there in time. When we get to be as good at streaming as Coop and Georgie, we'll make it to 1,000. Or maybe the mayor. What's the name of their channel? I gotta look over here. Madam Mayor, that's right. Madam Mayor's Adventures. They've got a lot of followers over there. Well, it turned out really nice, Georgie. That was nice of you to do. And at some point, I'm going to try to get. I wouldn't mind getting somebody from the ham radio, uh, not family, but people that do ham radio stuff. I'd like to have somebody specifically Morse code and POTA. So if you're watching this and you wouldn't mind coming on a live with us to discuss ham radio operations and POTA operations and CW, if you're one of those, you know, let me know. I'll sure bring you on here. And I would also like to talk to a couple that are in the villages. Just have a chat with somebody that lives there and talk about different things about the villages. So if you're one of our viewers and you live in the villages and you want to come on a live with us, let me know. We'll sure do it. There's Coop. I sent you an invite, Mr. Coop, but it was last minute. I barely got it in before we got started. I think it was on Facebook. If you want to join us, come on with your dancing bananas. And it sounds like, from what little bit I saw today, I was in and out. Uh, things is going y'all's way. Oh, I saw where somebody stopped by and supplied the gentleman with a chair. I won't call them a hover round, but hover round.
What are you talking about?
The little electric chairs.
Yeah.
One of the guys that they know, they've been pushing, trying to help him raise money because he needed a chair.
Oh.
And somebody stopped by and gave him one, brand new one.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Now he needs a ramp. I'm not sure where he's at. Where is the gentleman that needs the ramp to his house? Maybe we all just need to make a trip, go build a ramp. Georgie almost got emotional when she got those pictures of his new hover round.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mr. Tim, that's right. I couldn't think of his name. We did hit the big 900. Sure did. Thanks to y'all's help. And we sure do appreciate it. Illinois. I guess I could make a road trip to Illinois. Y'all would have to come with me, though. Help me build a ramp. We could build it.
I bet it's cold there.
Yeah, we might have to wait till spring kicks in a little better. Yeah, we are at, I think, 9:06. That's a good start. So I was saying earlier that I figured out how to live stream my bird feeder. And I might do that if you guys don't mind. Coop's hiding from the aliens. So if y'all see my live during the day and it's a bird feeder, I'm just putting it on there to help build watch time. Since people will go watch chickens on other channels, I figure they'll watch a bird feeder and see if a bird comes in. Okay, so somebody's working on getting the ramp built. Good. That's good. The man needs it. That was really nice of whoever provided the chair. Is Coop an alien? What type of alien? Friendly alien? Taking over the world kind of alien, or what? Like Mork and Mindy, just kind of pretty cool. Fall hats. What you working on over there?
I'm just scrolling Facebook.
Now I need more coffee. Y'all have coffee? I had birds in on it this morning. You know, they come to it. Let me go back and see if I can find it. Actually, I brought up y'all's live, and the video, not the video, the audio from y'all's live started coming over mine where my bird feeder was. So I had to turn y'all's audio down real quick. Let me see if I can find it. I'll show you what it looks like. So that's what it looks like. Let's see if I can find a spot where there's a bird on it. So you can see the bird right up there in that corner. So they come to it. They don't, they don't wear it out. They don't tear it up, but they come fairly regular. And I just thought it would be something I could bring that up out there and just let it run for hours, and maybe we'll get some views anyway. Help with the view time. And I had a red bird. That's that one right there. So anyway, over the next few days, I might run my bird feeder live for several hours during the day. And if you get the chance, bring it up, put it in the background, help me with some watch time. I know I sit here and watch it. I don't know, hoping to see a bird. They come to it, but they don't tear it up. Yeah, I think that's actually a red bird. So you got red bird and cardinals. They're the same thing, but cardinal
This
is
one's
the
got a long
female
tail.
and the red bird is the male. It's my understanding. I know I caught one when I was a kid and it bit me. Got me good. My daughter got us this bird feeder for Christmas. I kind of like it. It's kind of fun to watch.
See, this one has that long tail.
Yeah, red birds and cardinals.
Let's see.
And the thing, if I turn the camera up a little bit, then you can't see them while they're in the sea. So I think I turned it up a little more later on in the day. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I did turn it up a little more later in the day, but I don't think we had a bird come to it. But anyhow, that's what I'm thinking about doing.
You got that on?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway, I thought that was a neat little Christmas present. Our daughter knows we're getting older, and little stuff like that just it's what we like as we're getting older. Sit and watch the birds. Sing to you every
Is it what?
probably. You had one, what, a redbird or cardinal? Hey, Mr. Harry Daig, how are you?
That's a new name. I've not seen that name yet. Yes.
So I had last year, just talking about birds. Last year I had a couple of birds that was hanging around the farm here, and uh, I couldn't figure out what they were. I thought maybe they were a couple of young hawks or something. I couldn't I couldn't figure it out. I'd never seen them before. That type bird. So after a week or so watching them, I finally did started researching and trying to, you know, figure out what they were. And it turns out they were called a Mississippi kite, Kite. And it's two types of kites. You got the Mississippi kite, and then you got a split tail, a V tail kite. Um, and they're
Coop is asking you how you stream.
uh, well, it was a multi-step process, Coop, to get that streaming. I've got an app that comes with the bird feeder. The bird feeder has a camera on it. It's got a camera built in, and it's got an app. You download that app on your phone, and you can sit there and watch. I can watch it on my phone, but I couldn't put any kind of app on my computer to be able to do it on my computer. So what I've done is I'm sharing the screen of my phone to my computer, bringing up this program and sharing, that screen. So I'm running it on my phone, sharing it to my computer, and using Restream to show that playing on my computer. So that's how I did it. I wish it had, an app that I could have on my computer so I can stream from the bird feeder straight to the computer, but it doesn't. The only app they have is for your phone. So that's why I had to do it that way.
Most apps don't work on the computer.
And it's actually got sound on it, so you can hear them chomping on the seeds, and you can hear other birds.
You could talk.
Yeah, and I can talk through it if I want to scare the birds off. But yeah, it's pretty neat. But they're not on it all day. They come and go. So
It'll be better when it's pretty out.
I think as spring comes along, it'll be more and more.
It's yucky today.
And I think, and we talked about this earlier, I think sometimes, they come in and they get up there and they're feeding on it, they're knocking seeds off. So I think a lot of times they come back, they land on the ground up under it and get seeds off the ground. I think. I hadn't sat out there and watched them. But anyhow, I thought it was pretty neat. We like watching it. So I figured if we like watching it, there might be other people that'll watch it, help us with that watch time. No, squirrels have not found it yet. I've got it mounted on one of the posts on the front of our house. I mean, a squirrel could get to it, but and although we're in the country, we don't have a whole lot of squirrels.
So we don't have any trees around in the yard. They have trees across the street. They have squirrels.
Yeah, and I've got 2 dogs that love to chase squirrels. So I like the cardinals and redbirds. All right, George, you can't make your mind up. You want to go to Mississippi or Florida? It's a vacation. I would go to Florida.
So you're wanting to go for the beach? If you're wanting to go for the beach, go to Florida.
And it's more for you kids to do, I think, over there in Florida. I mean, we'd love to see you if you want to come to Mississippi, but I'm just saying, I would go to Florida.
They've put in a lot down there. You know, the Margaritaville, they have a lot. And then they have that little play area, whatever, the racetrack, all that stuff.
Yeah, there are things to do here, but
if you're going for the beach,
yeah, the beaches and the
water and the
it's nicer over in Florida.
Much prettier in Florida.
Or Alabama. Alabama's got some nice water and beaches too.
Not as nice as Southern.
Yeah, heroes, if you hadn't subscribed to our channel yet, please do. We'd love to have you aboard. Which pier? There's all kinds of piers got tore up during Katrina. They've repaired some of them. Some of them they haven't yet. I believe she could straighten Chicago out. She just show up like Clint Eastwood. My name's Georgie, and I'm here to straighten this place up. So go ahead, make my day. Hey, Magic Angel, how are you? Hey, Spliffy.
I don't get the pink waving hand. I don't get it.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
But if they waving, I'm waving back.
Waving back.
Well, we got a nice little crowd coming in. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out with us today. And we are tickled that we have finally hit the 900 mark. Now we're marching our way to 1,000. Spliffles. I believe Georgia'd make a good president. We do have a lot of family coming in to watch tonight. See, it works out good if I go live when y'all are not live. Pink hand is an emoji. Okay.
We must not have that.
Yeah, it doesn't show up on our, it just says pink hand waving. So I wave back.
I don't see where emojis are coming from, but okay.
I move and then my camera gets out of focus. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. So I'm surprised that Georgie, you and Mr. Coot didn't go live again this afternoon with everything that went on today. She's too short to be president. That was just saying, Paul. All right, come on, camera. There we go. Finally straightened out. Got to be over 3 foot. Mm. Oh, on the just to bring y'all up to speed, there's been no change on the case I showed y'all about the pool that needs to be moved. They're still waiting on the judge to rule. So they went through the whole process of trying to work it out, and what do you call it, mediation or something, whatever it's called. They went through all that over the past 3 years and couldn't get it figured out. So it ended up having to go before a judge, and that's what they did. Okay, so y'all did like the bird food. I had somebody that watched it for a little while, and then you guys went live, and I didn't want it interfering with what y'all were doing. But anyway, tomorrow I might run it for 2 or 3 hours, just see what happens. So somebody hit a wild boar, like a wild hog. Is that what you say in Magic Angel? Fort Morgan's nice. Yeah. Where's that we camp over there near Fort Morgan? Was that the Topsail Hill? Is it near Fort Morgan?
No, we haven't been near Fort Morgan.
Mm-hmm. Somewhere
Well, no, we have not.
I didn't say we were at Fort Morgan. I said we were near Fort
In Alabama?
Morgan. Yes. Is it Alabama or Florida?
Fort Morgan's in Alabama.
We camped somewhere near there.
We went over there and ate with just right below Foley.
Somebody was going to try to take us there or something.
And we went down that long road.
Yeah.
We went with Jerry and Ted.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. But anyhow, yeah, y'all come down that way. Hey, if you give us some heads up and let us know when you're going to be wherever over there, Florida, Alabama, whatever it may be. Yeah, right outside of Gulf Shores. Yep. We'll drag the camper over there. We'll come camp that week. Chicken noodle soup. That sounds good. We had spaghetti today.
I had made chicken noodle. I've never made chicken noodle soup.
No, we've got that out of the can.
I don't ever fix it.
Yeah. I was okay with the spaghetti.
Well,
what?
They quit making the noodles.
Who? Oh, you like them little ones, the little spaghetti.
Vermicelli.
Vermicelli. That's right. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, those noodles are fat.
What song do you want to do for Georgie? Oh, look who's here. What's up, Skipper? Can't hear you.
Shepherd's pie.
There we go.
Yeah, I got you now. Look at the smile. Look, y'all are all happy today. I saw some of that stuff that dropped earlier today.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting day today. But I'm off work now, so
Cool.
Yeah, it'll be quiet here for about another 3 hours, and then I'll start getting calls from the other side of the world.
Okay. Yeah, we saw. I watched some of it today. Some of the things that are happening with all that stuff y'all are watching, and then I saw where the Mr. Tim got his chair. Somebody stopped by and gave him an electric chair. What's it? I call them hover rounds. It used to be a commercial about hover rounds. and that's always stuck with scooters. Yeah, electric scooter. I
Yeah,
always want to say hover round. I can't think of the word scooter. Well, good. Now he just
and I
needs
don't
his
even think I think there's a better word for them than scooter. I don't, that's just what we
Yeah.
like. It's either that or I've heard them called Amigos, even though that's a brand.
Yeah, I think the hover round is a brand also. And they used to just bombard the TV with commercials about hover round. So that's just what I call them now because of those commercials. But anyway, we're glad he got one.
Oh yeah, and now we can put the money towards connecting a ramp for him.
Yeah. And I was saying we might all just have to make a road trip, go up there and build him a ramp.
It's a little bit far for me.
Oh, it's a long ways for me. But I don't know. I'd be willing. But I think somebody's got something in the works. They got it figured out how to get him a ramp built.
Normally, if we reach out to a couple of the veterans groups out there, there's
Yeah.
normally a couple handy guys. Especially, we found that metal ramp, and that was $400, and that would be a pretty good thing for what he's looking for.
Yeah. If you so it's a metal ramp that you just have to put it in place, huh?
Yeah, you just got to connect it up. I'm getting questions of where Lynette is. So there you go. Lacey, Lynette, right there.
Okay, so I was going to ask, what did the name end up being?
Yeah, so we've been following this case down in Florida of a crazy woman who she goes by a million different names, but her legal name is Lynette. But
Okay.
her stripper name was Lacey, and she's also a preacher. So we've jokingly called her the stripping preacher, Lacey. So Lynette/Lacey, right there.
Okay. Hey, Georgie, that's enough there. If you just put those few things in, preacher, stripper, Lynette, Lacey, just put there's a song there. It's got to be. There's, there's got to be a song there. So yeah, a metal ramp, if it's, like a prefab thing already made up and it's only $400, it shouldn't be hard to raise $400.
Yeah. And if we can't get the $400, I think getting wood, we just would need someone to install a wooden ramp.
I think we can raise $400. Just have to find somebody up there that can go put it up for, put it in place.
Mm-hmm.
Coop said they got some. I bet y'all do.
Yeah,
I was saying on the one that I filled y'all in on about the pool being moved. They ended up going to court, and the judge has 30-something days to make a ruling. And as far as I know, a ruling has not been made yet. As soon as they do, I will let y'all know.
59 days.
Is it 59 days? Dang. I should have been a judge. They got that long. They got 59 days to make a decision. That's ridiculous.
I think that's what it said.
There's a guy, he's a veteran, but he's essentially homeless. He lives out of his car, travels all over the U.S. Travis Hines is his name. He's a big YouTuber. But he was down on the Louisiana side, a town, it's not Natchitoches, but it's Natchitoches, I think.
Natchitoches.
Okay, yeah.
You pronounce it Natchitoches.
Natchitoches. There you go. Yeah, and he was there just hanging out in the library, and they falsely called the cops and said that he was looking at pornography, which he wasn't. He was actually uploading stuff for his YouTube. Well, the cops came, arrested him for disorderly conduct, and that's been 2 years going of He got convicted, appealed it. They set aside the conviction, and they're bringing him back to trial. It's been 2 years of him dealing with this, and it just because the cops just didn't want to deal with him.
Yeah. Well, that should have been very easy to either prove or disprove. The history on the computer. Yeah.
The problem is he's got video of the cops arresting him, and yeah, they didn't take their time to do much of an investigation.
Well, Louisiana is a different sort of place.
Yeah, I didn't realize it, and I got a buddy of mine, a retired major down there, and I was showing him that case, and he's like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "The courts here are crazy."
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot of good to say about Louisiana. I don't care much for it as a whole. But somebody's got to live there, I guess.
Got to be careful. We don't want to hurt Skipper Woman's feelings. Her feelings are like her, mainly plastic.
And cold.
It's a warm day here. It finally got warm. It's 73 here right now.
We got into the 60s, I think, today. It was nice enough. I managed to wash our car. I've been needing to wash our car for a couple of weeks, but between bad weather and cold weather and wet roads, I finally got the opportunity to wash somebody's car today.
I can get mine done pretty cheap on base. And I try to do it to and from work.
Do you go to a car wash, or is there is it a training base where they got a class always doing a car wash for a fundraiser, or how do you do it?
Surprisingly, we've got a car wash that I take it to. You'd think with all the Marines trying to raise money for the Marine Corps Ball, they do a lot of car washes, but no,
they don't. Yeah, when I was in different training, especially flight training over in Fort Rucker, every class was doing a car wash. Seems like every weekend. It was easy to get your car washed cheap. We were having to raise money. So, did you see Georgie's military tribute she did?
not yet. I had meetings this afternoon. I normally put all my meetings in the morning, so because I'm more I'm better and on top of my game more in the morning. Afternoon, it's like I start getting distracted. But I had a whole bunch of afternoon meetings today, so I did not get to watch it yet.
I think I saw a picture of a young captain on there.
Probably a punk.
He was a pog.
Oh yeah, that I definitely was. But I still had fun.
That's right. Well, the military picks our battles. We just fight them as best we can. There's no role that's any less important than any other, as far as I'm concerned. It takes the whole team, except for the Air Force. You can't count on the Air Force for anything. They're back at the hotel watching TV, ordering room service.
My cat is staring at me. You're not coming up here.
Oh, yes, she will.
Yeah, let's see who wins that battle. I bet you I know who wins that battle.
I don't know where he went now. Oh, he's messing with the dog.
So your meetings, I'm assuming you're having a lot more meetings because of your adventure that's about to start overseas. Is that still looking good moving forward?
It's still moving forward. That'll be the meetings tonight. If I have a meeting tonight. The ones that we had today were about just different projects that we have going here, like stateside.
Cool beans. So the past few days, my eyes have been watering. I guess from pollen. I
So I
didn't
was
have
going to
allergies
say,
when I was a kid, but the older I get, the more things that happen. In my eyes have just been watering for 3 days now. I probably need to take something, some kind of allergy, something.
it's funny. Magic Angel calls me a jarhead. You know what's funny is I've had a lot of people like call me jarhead trying to get me mad,
Yeah,
and yeah, it does not work.
yeah. I would always mess with the Marines about being in the Navy.
Mm. Now,
That would get them riled up faster than calling them jarhead.
now the one way to get me mad is have another Marine call me a devil dog. That that'll set me off.
They say I'm not in the Navy. I said I believe your check says Department of the Navy. But it's pretty cool. You had the veterans on the other day, and that was yesterday, I think. That was fun.
Yep.
But we have this unwritten rule that we can mess with each other.
Yeah.
It's a camaraderie thing. We can mess with each other, but an outsider that's never been in the military can't jump in that conversation. You know,
Yeah. Yep.
we'll take up for each other. Good night, Miss Spliffy. I guess it's a miss. I don't know. It might be a mister.
Oh, that's cool. A friend of mine is in Philadelphia, and he just got promoted to lieutenant colonel in front of the Liberty Bell.
Oh, outstanding.
That is too cool.
So I showed them earlier. I've got a bird feeder out on the front of my house. It has a camera on it, and I finally figured out today how to stream it live. I kind of had to go through a circle to get it done. I had to play it on my phone and then let my phone feed it to the computer, and then bring that up using Restream. But I think I'm gonna take a play out of somebody else's playbook that leaves it live on their chickens. I'm going to put live on my bird feeder, and hey, if it picks up some views, and fine, I get some watch time out of it.
It will definitely pull you in a lot of views.
I did it for a little while this morning, just to really, I was trying to see if I could figure out how to do it. I can't go from the bird feeder straight to the computer. It won't do it. I got an app on my phone where I can watch it. So I had to figure out how to make my phone play to the computer and then do it that way. But I did it for a little while, and then Georgie and them went live. So I turned it off, and I might do it again tomorrow. So if y'all are out and about, you want to bring it up and just put it on the back burner where you don't have to really see it. I'll run it for a while tomorrow.
I'm sharing this to my Better Nation group, so people who aren't in here can see it and hopefully jump in.
Oh, good. I'm showing, I think, 13 people. So we've been on for almost an hour. If we can maintain those kind of numbers, that's actually pretty good watch time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think I need about 150 more watch hours. I'm going to look.
Oh, that shouldn't be too hard to get. 10 people in here, and you're over 10 people. You've been going for an hour. That'll get 100.
Yeah. We are at 2838 watch hours, and we need 3,000.
There you go.
About 150. If we keep doing lives, and if you guys invite me in on Fridays and stuff like we've been doing, it'll get there.
Oh yeah, no time.
And we finally went over the 900 thanks to y'all. So I am very appreciative.
Looked like you got a couple more since yesterday.
Let's see, we had 905, yeah, maybe yesterday. We're up to 907 now, so it's creeping on up. It says
There
I
are some
picked up,
days
yeah,
it'll do
it'll
that.
go in waves, but it says I picked up 79 subscribers in the last 28 days, and that's
There you go.
largely because of you guys and sharing with y'all's people. But if it'll stay on that track, we'll be at 1,000 pretty soon.
Oh yeah. That's how Georgie was. Like we were fighting to get her to 1,000, and we just kept working at it, and finally she hit the 1,000. And now she's like, I think she had another 100 after that.
Yeah, she's doing good.
But
Yeah,
like we follow that umbrella guy Tug, and he said he congratulated her when she got 1,000. He said, that's the thing, building that audience and like working at it. It tends to work out so much better than some of these people who they go viral and a bunch of people subscribe because you don't know what works, and then
right.
you're trying to keep your audience. Whereas building an audience, it can be hard, but once you build them, it's hard to lose them.
Yeah. And I've always said, and I know part of the problem we have with our channel is we're kind of all over the map. Most people that establish a good following, they have a certain thing that they cover, and they cover it all the time, and they get a following based on that. They have a niche, and we really don't have that. We're kind of all over the map. We might be off in the motorhome somewhere. We might be off on a trip, on a
That
cruise.
actually can be very good though, because some people will watch you for motorhome stuff. Some people might watch you for, some of your renovation or your restoration stuff. So
Right.
you get more opportunities to get in front of different people.
I tell you, we picked up a lot of viewers. We went over to the villages, and I've talked about it before. We went over there and did a visit over there, and we did a video about it. And we picked up a lot of subscribers off of that video from over there at the villages.
Mhm.
And a lot of them that live over there, they subscribe to people's channels that are associated with the villages. Uh, it really surprised me. I mean, that video got a lot of views, and we picked up a lot of subscribers on that.
Spliffy is a guy, Spliffy is a he. Wow, you guys are really trying to nail that home.
What is it? Spliffy is a guy. Okay, yeah, I said Miss Spliffy, but I
Oh,
didn't. But I didn't know. That's why I said I'm not sure. Is it a he or a she? I
are
just
you
try to
trying to
be.
convince me?
I just try to be polite. So I'm sorry, Mister Spliffy. I didn't mean to say Miss if it was a Mister. My bad.
Yeah. See, like we got Redneck Mafia in here. He does a lot of woodworking, and I told him, I said, doing that stuff, you're going to build an audience.
I've seen that. He does some good work. Look who's coming in right there. What's up, Mister Coop?
What's up? What's up?
I was going to tell him not to let you in, make you go, little pig, let me in.
I had to let my pain pills kick in. My head has been pounding today. So how you guys doing?
Good. I haven't had a headache, but I was telling them earlier my eyes have been watering for the last few days. Just, I guess, allergies. I don't know. When I was a kid, I didn't have any kind of allergies, but the older I get, about age 50, that check engine light starts coming on.
Tell me about it. Tell me
And
about it.
it's downhill from there.
Mine was about 55. Once I hit 55, everything started falling apart.
Well, tomorrow is my birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
I
Happy
will
birthday.
be 62. Social Security's fixing to kick in. Might be a new lawnmower in my future.
There you go. So how you guys doing today, Skipper and you, Larry?
Good.
I'm okay. It was just busy.
Copy that. Copy that.
We had a pork belly we smoked and we sliced it up for bacon today.
Oh wow,
That was
awesome.
good. Man, look, I'm gonna tell you, if you make your own bacon, I can't even explain how much better it is than what you buy in the store. It's just incredible. And it's about a week-long process.
Got a
Oh
salt.
yeah. Go ahead.
What we say, Skipper?
You got to salt it.
Yeah, you got to put salt. It's like a tablespoon of salt per pound. And then I put 2 tablespoons of brown sugar per pound. You mix that together to kind of make a rub. You put that on your pork belly. Put that in either a vacuum seal or a Ziploc baggie. Put it in the refrigerator, and then you turn it over every day. And you do that for at least 7 days. Make 7 or 8 days. Then after that, you take it out and wash it. And technically, it's bacon at that point. But I take a step further. I built a cold smoker, and I smoke it for about 12 hours with applewood chips. And then I take it out of that. We slice it up, put it in the freezer. But it's just, the taste is incredible. It's just incredible. And I know it wasn't, treated with a bunch of whatever. Bunch of chemicals.
Now, back in my early days as a meat cutter, we had to do that when we processed the hogs.
Right.
We in our cooler, we had a big table set up in there, and that's where we had all the bacon that we cured. And
yeah,
that was a long time ago before we figured out what boxed beef was.
We had trouble finding pork bellies, and come to find out, every now and then we'd find a small one at the commissary. It'd be a small piece of a pork belly, and they didn't have any pieces out one day, and I think my wife asked, and they said, yeah, we've got pork bellies all the time. We cut them up and put pieces out here, but we got whole pork bellies in the back. And anytime you want one, just tell us. We got them. So now we know. So anytime we get ready for one, we just go to commissary and they'll bring one out of the back.
Get a hold of your local butchers, the ones that go out and travel and cut up meat for people at their houses. Those guys can usually tell you where you can get it a lot cheaper than a store.
Really?
Yeah, and it'll be fresh. I mean, those guys, I don't know how many you would have in your area, but your rural areas, they'll have the traveling butchers that'll go from farm to farm and process their animals right there on the farm for them.
Yeah.
And if they don't have any, they can tell you where to find some.
There's a process in place north of here, and I bought a half a cow from a lady, a local farmer, about 3 times. And I've asked about pork bellies. You almost have to know someone that raises hogs and get with them.
There you go.
But yeah, I've been buying our beef a half a cow at a time.
Whoop. Let's turn that off. That's another thing. If you can find a local hog farmer, I'm not talking a big farmer, just somebody that does it, to feed their family.
Yeah.
A lot of times you can purchase one of their hogs and they will raise it. And then you agree when you have yours butchered, have one of theirs butchered for them and you pay for it. That's paying them for the hog. That's helping. They're helping you by feeding it.
Yeah.
Everybody's a win-win.
I've got 7 acres here where I'm at, but I'm in a neighborhood. We don't have an HOA or anything like that, but we had hogs when I was a kid, and they make a mess and they stink. And,
Yep.
They're loud. And I'm just not going to do that to my neighbors, but I wouldn't mind throwing a nice little pen together and just raise one just to slaughter.
There you go.
Get it young, get it fat and then carry it to slaughter. But I'm not going to do that to my neighbors.
I've got a buddy of mine, his mother-in-law, that's what he does. She'll buy, or when she has baby pigs, he'll pick out one or two of them. She'll raise them, and then when it comes time to slaughter, he'll just pay for his and he'll pay for hers to be done at the same time. That way, she makes the money back off of feeding the thing, and
Right.
he gets his meat.
Yeah. I've got wild hogs on our land where we got our camp and everything, and I could trap those, but I don't know. I've heard that meat's not that good, and you
It's
can't
not
really.
bad.
They don't have a good fat belly on them to make bacon out of. But I don't
Well,
know.
if they're are they them old brown razorbacks? What they
Yeah,
are?
yeah, those black and
Yeah.
brown razorbacks. Yeah,
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of fat on them because they're constantly running. They're constantly
Right.
wild. But down here, they're considered invasive species. So our government says, hey, you see them, shoot them, get rid
Yeah.
of them. Just
we
Yep.
can do the same. And I've got trail cam pictures, but they're mostly come in at night. But we got some traps up there. We could trap them if we wanted to, and I might make a video out of that.
a couple years ago, we were going out probably about 3 times a year, and we would go out to the local. It used to be an old military firing range where they shot off ordnance. Well, they closed it down, turned it into a big park. So we'd go out there once or twice a year and hog hunt, and all the hogs we would donate after they were butchered to the homeless community for the shelters. They would feed the homeless with them. They ain't bad if you smoke a lot. They ain't too bad. Kind
My
of gamey taste.
my great uncle had a farm, and my mom's cousin raised a pig, as a pet ever since it was little. And yeah, my uncle took the pig the one day, took it to the butcher. She had no clue.
That was the thing about that generation, like my grandparents and even my parents, I guess. They had no what am I trying to say? No attachment to a hog or anything like that. They didn't have a whole lot of attachment to dogs, but especially a hog or a cow. I mean, they didn't care if it was raised on a bottle and been a pet its whole life. When it come time to go to butcher, it went to butcher.
I'm getting messages. Apparently, I was mentioned in a super chat on Megan and Tug's stream.
Wahoo!
I have no clue.
Is that something that's on the other side of the issues?
No, they're on our side.
Okay.
Megan and Tug. Tug's got like 300, almost 400,000 subscribers.
Wow.
And Megan, I think she's just a little over 50,000. And they do kind of like what Georgie and I do, but they do it at nighttime.
Yeah.
They are consumed with content over this naughty neighbor stuff. I mean, they've been covering it. Go ahead.
Tug got big during the Johnny Depp trial.
Right.
That's when I came across him and started following him.
Oh, I'll be honest. I didn't start following him till Jeremy said, go over and see this man. I didn't know who he was.
That, and while that was all going on, I was sitting at my house here in 29 Palms, and during that trial, they announced so that she could pay her legal bills, Amber Heard sold her home in Yucca Valley, which is literally just 2 towns over. I didn't even know she lived there.
So Johnny Depp became the first man in history to win an argument with a woman. Is that the deal?
Took
So
a while,
who,
but yeah.
who are the 2 channels you're talking about? I'd like to go take a look at them.
That umbrella guy?
Yep, and Megan Fox Ryder.
Megan Fox Ryder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just so you don't get confused with the actress Megan Fox.
Okay.
So she goes by Megan Fox Ryder.
All right. And
Yep.
that umbrella guy.
Now, Tug, his avatar, you'll never see him. He uses an avatar. It's a red and white umbrella over his face.
Well, that makes him the umbrella guy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
He talks all over the place, from what I understand.
Really?
Tonight they are on Megan's channel with their live. Yeah.
That and well, I guess we can announce it on Larry's show.
What's that?
What we're doing on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, that'd work. Hey, tell him all about it.
So on Wednesday at 8:00 Eastern, we will be having Jeremy Hales from What the Hale's on, and we're going to be talking to him about business and creating wealth.
Yeah, buddy. I've already got my notebook going. Some questions. Now, see, Larry, Jeremy, he's a storage facility guy. He buys those storage units, and he's a reseller, is what he is.
Yeah.
He's got real big on YouTube. He's like almost 730 something thousand subscribers. So the wife and I have been looking into that for a long time, but we have questions, and I know Jeremy's probably got some of the answers. When you're just starting out.
A lot of people
look
do
forward
good with
to
it.
this.
Well, long story short, he started with absolutely nothing and built $1 million empire over this. I mean, in only 5 years, 6 years, something like that, is it, Mikey? 5, 6 years?
Yeah.
That's
All
it.
right, is this the one you're talking about? The one I just brought up?
Yep. That's Megan's channel there, and Tug is the guy with the red umbrella. Like one night they'll do it on his channel, the next night they'll do it on her channel. They kind of flop back and forth.
Yeah, they got over 3,500 people viewing. Good gracious.
Yeah.
Yep. But they also deal a lot with being demonetized too. So
Yeah. Oh, Mikey, I just checked my Rumble while I was setting everything up for Larry over here on the other monitor.
Mhm.
$9 and some change on my
Nice.
Rumble. And most of that's probably from you.
I reposted this from Larry's channel. I hit the repost, so hopefully some more people see it on the Rumble side.
You did what now?
So when you look on the thing, it'll say you get the thumbs up, thumbs down, and next to it says repost.
Oh,
So
shit.
you can share it to all your followers.
Right, there we go. And it is reposted.
I don't think I have anybody watching on Rumble.
It
Let me
is
go see what my
reposted.
money is on Rumble. I think I'm right there with you. I think I'm at $4 and something. I'm at $3.51.
There you go.
I mean, I've only been pushing this thing, what, about a month or so, hadn't it, Mikey? It hasn't been very long. We've been pushing the Rumble.
Yeah.
I know you're at close to 200 now, aren't you, Mike?
I think I'm at like 160 some.
On Rumble, that's a pretty good number for Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Sure is.
sitting at. Oh man, where do I even go?
And we're in talks right now. I'm hoping I can land them for this weekend or the following weekend. Joe Briggs, who I'm trying to get him to come on the show. I've interviewed him before, but for when I was doing work with another platform, and he's the guy. He was one of the Proud Boys, and he was arrested. He wasn't even in DC for January 6th, but they arrested
Really?
him and said he was a planner. And then the VA took away his veteran status, even though he's an honorably discharged veteran. So
Really?
Lawsuit.
he's out of. But
Lawsuit.
Yeah.
oh yeah, he's out of jail now. He's petitioning to get his disability and everything back. So he used to do a lot
Well,
of work on Alex Jones' Infowars.
we have the right administration in to help him do that.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be too long.
Yeah. So I guess on that topic, you see where Trump, he's going to allow those that got pushed out of the military for not taking the vaccine, he's going to allow them back in with back pay.
Yep.
That could be a pretty good check.
Oh
right.
yeah.
So I wonder,
Go ahead.
I wonder if somebody that had, say, 18 years in or 17 years in, and they would have finished up and retired by now. I wonder how he's going to let that play out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I left during COVID because I was a reservist. And I just didn't. I was like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this BS.
Yeah.
Yeah, Redneck. We're on Mr. Larry's channel.
It was definitely a trying time.
And Mr. Coop just got gifted a membership
To who's that?
on Rumble.
Oh, did I? To Larry Huffs, yeah. Matter of fact, you got gifted one on my channel the other day, Larry.
Yeah, somebody gifted somebody somewhere. I haven't brought up Rumble. I think Skipper did that.
Mr. Heroes here in your chat. He was gifting a lot of memberships on my channel the other day, and you got one of them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, buddy.
On Rumble?
No, on YouTube.
On YouTube. Oh, I didn't see that. Well, thank you.
So you'll get the opportunity to see anything that I put out before the public does.
Well, good.
Skipper, did you see his bird feeder?
No, I didn't. Not yet. He was telling me about it. I'm gonna check it out.
I got an idea. Matter of fact, Mama just released a video, first one in 12 years tonight. But I got an idea for her.
Okay.
Get her watch hours up there.
I'll bring the bird feeder back up so you can see it.
Now, one thing we'll have to teach you, Larry, is how to redirect on YouTube.
Okay.
That is, while you're live, you can set it up so that when you end your live, the audience gets sent over to another channel right away.
Okay. I need to do that, and I got to put some mods on my channel too.
That's
Just
not
make
hard.
sure-
There's some
Make
good
sure you
people in
find
here now.
people that you trust.
Yeah. I hope I can trust y'all.
You have two standards of mods. You have one that has full powers that can literally give somebody the yeet, and then you have the other one where they can just barely. There he goes. Skipper. That's the bird cam.
I see Redneck Mafia is asking on what channel. We're going to stream it on mine, Coop, and Georgie's.
Well, I'm trying to find a bird on here somewhere. I don't know what I'm doing now. I got it all messed up.
I'm waiting on Georgie to give me a thumbnail, and I'll set up that stream.
So yeah, I was thinking about running my bird feeder live for a few hours each day, just see what kind of views we might get. Help with those numbers.
Right.
That'll do it.
Well, TC, he says he gets more views on his chicken flock than he does on his regular videos.
Well, that's where I got the idea from. I'm kind of taking a play out of his playbook. If they'll watch chickens, maybe they'll watch my bird feeder.
Well, you got TC doing the freedom flock. Now you got you doing the birds. Orphan Kitty, she's doing her kitten rescue. She's got the camera down, watching the kittens.
Yeah.
I can't turn that on my TV, or my cat will jump up at my TV. So TC's got the freedom flock. Larry, you should have the freedom fountain.
So there's a bird on it right there, and it'll jump up and grab something. I've adjusted the camera a little bit. I might adjust it a little more. When I first had it, put it out there, I had it facing forward. Well, then they jump on the seeds and they're below the camera. You can't see them. So I've been trying to kind of adjust it.
Oh, there you go.
So, they're not there all day, but they come and go. They'll come land on it and get a little something, fly off, come back, so it's a crapshoot whether you get to see a bird or not. But maybe
I get hummingbirds.
You wait until they start finding where it's at. And you'll start getting a lot of them all the time when they know it's going to be there all the time.
So speaking of hummingbirds, I ordered something today. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. It's 4 little bitty round circular things. They're made out of twine or something, but they're hollow, and it's for hummingbirds to nest in. And I'm gonna hang, because we got hummingbird feeders, and I never thought about where they nested, but it was like, I don't know, $19 or $17.99, something like that for 4 of them. And I'm going to hang them up and see if the hummingbirds actually nest in them. I like the hummingbirds. So that's the bird feeder. I'm going to run it live and we'll see what happens. So what do I need to name that live?
The freedom feeder.
Freedom feeder. Anybody else have suggestions?
I guarantee you the chat's going to come up with something good.
That's why I threw that out there. Sure they will. We had some people, I would say friends of ours, they're not really friends, it's acquaintances, that they opened up a store here in town and they bought the pallets, like Amazon pallets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it didn't work. Well, they get the stuff cheap and they had fair prices on it, but you never knew what was in there.
Yeah.
You know, it's
That's
like
the risk.
when I leave the house to go buy something, I go where I know it's at. You know, if I need a tool, I go to Lowe's. If I need feed for my chickens, I go to the feed. So, you know, I'm not just going to go in a place like that, just walk around and look at random stuff. And I don't know. That's just me. I guess other people don't either because they tried to make it work, but it didn't. The Freedom Bird Cafe. Hey,
Hey, there you go.
There you go. No, Freebird Cafe.
free bird,
There you go.
free bird. Huff's
Make
bird.
sure when you put your tags in there to put a tag for TC's Freedom Flock in there. That
Yeah.
way, somebody searches his, yours will pop up beside it too.
Yeah. Birds
Lots
in
of-
nature.
Did you get a chance to see us when we were going over Mr. Hero's or TikTok the other day, Larry?
No, I did not.
Oh man, he is a hell of an artist. I mean, he paints these miniatures, right?
Oh, wait a minute. The guy that's doing the 3D printer stuff?
Yeah.
I did see some of that.
Oh my God. Did
That
you
was
ever get
awesome.
over there, Skipper?
Not yet, but he's out there in Europe, right?
I think he's in. Dang it, it's on the tip of my tongue. It starts with a D. It's another country.
Denmark?
I think it's Denmark. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But man, to see that work is just unreal.
Yeah,
Unreal.
that's pretty cool.
One of their members of the royal family came out to visit at our base. I didn't meet them, and I didn't know who they were, but I know it was a big deal when I was in
Denmark?
Afghanistan. Yep.
I think he's in Denmark. Yeah. Heroes, where are you at? You in Denmark, aren't you?
Painting now while watching.
Belgium.
Belgium,
Okay.
Germany.
I knew it was over there somewhere.
I got very much into Belgian beer when I lived overseas.
I've got a Belgian-made shotgun.
My one friend does want to go to. Was trying to talk me into a couple different trips to Belgium.
So, Skipper, how's the overseas talks going? Still going?
I'll know in a couple hours. Because they needed some information from us and we sent it, but it was at their evening when it got sent. So they've been asleep all day and they'll be into work here in about 3 hours.
That's Dubai, right?
Doha,
Doha.
which is Qatar. It's right next to the UAE, so it's
Still
I
a
wanna
big
say
city.
still a big city, about a 6-hour drive if you were to drive, but everyone takes a plane. It's like $100 for a flight.
There you go.
So, Hero, you could make like a chess set, making those little men, right?
Oh, he could do it. He could definitely do it.
You could do a chess set like with a Star Wars theme, or all the new stuff now. I'm not into it all, but
He
Star
had
Trek.
one. He had a Darth Vader one he did. It was probably, I don't know, probably about the ATOL, I guess. That thing was incredible. You could pull the helmet off and see his face underneath it, just like in the movie Darth Vader's face when they pulled the helmet off of him.
yeah.
It was unreal how realistic it looked.
I was trying to think how old I was when the first Star Wars come out. I think I was in the 9th grade, so I should have been around 14. And I remember going to it, and I thought, the special effects was pretty cool, but I didn't realize what kind of cult following it was going to turn into. And
I was 10 years old when the very first one came out in 77.
77, yeah.
So, however old you were in 77.
Yeah, 14. I was 14. But yeah, I just remember being amazed somewhat by the special effects because, it'd never been anything like that before.
Right.
But
That's like I was telling our audience the other day. We had dollar night at our local theater.
yeah,
I bet I'll watch those movies 100 times every Tuesday night. We go pick up cans and bottles and turn them in at the store to get $1 to go to the movies.
that's right. I picked up a bottle.
Yep, we just get 10 cents a bottle back then.
I think I got a nickel. But
Well, you got a nickel for the little bitty ones. Remember the old little Coke ones?
yeah,
We get a nickel for those, and we get a 10 cent for the tall ones.
it might have
And
been
it-
10 cents. Yeah,
The cans, all your grocery stores had one of them machines. You'd feed your cans in it, and it would crunch the machine up into little fine slivers. And when it got to so much weight, they would spit out a nickel for a pound. So
I didn't know
We
that. I
had-
never saw that.
we had quite a few drunks that lived way back in the back of our neighborhood. We go steal their cans and take them down there for money.
Well, we were always just out and about in the neighborhood, and if you saw a bottle, you picked it up. You had a little neighborhood store. You carried up there and get your dime or whatever it was.
Back then, you could get candy cheap.
That's right. That's right. And
I
we used
remember when a can of Copenhagen was 50 cents a can, and now it's like almost $10 for the same can.
I know,
I was
that's
just looking
crazy.
on base. $7.80 on base today.
What's that?
$7.80 for a can of dip on base. I
wow.
looked today because we were talking about the prices of that, and most cigarettes are on base are $10 a pack.
That's
Except for
crazy.
Newports, they're about $8.25 a pack.
Wow.
We went on a cruise, a couple of weeks ago, and we had some family members that went with us. They both smoked, and they were buying the cartons of cigarettes on the ship because they could buy it and not have to pay tax on it. But
Yep.
still, it was like $85 for a carton of cigarettes. That's 10 packs. And I'm like, man. And then he tells me, well, that's a good deal. They're closer to $10 a pack at home. And I'm like, man, I'm glad I quit. And I smoked for over 20 years, probably 25 years. But I've been quit now for over 20. So I've not looked at the price. I was thinking they were still $4 or $5 a pack, which to me is high. But yeah, $10 a pack is where it's at now. That's just crazy.
Now,
Hero-
I'm not sure when new movies come out anymore.
They normally start the weekend now on Thursdays. They come out on Thursdays, unless if it's a 4-day weekend, then they'll start bringing them out on Wednesday. So like Captain America, that just came out on it was Valentine's Day, but it was a 3-day weekend that came out on Thursday, but the whole weekend is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday for a bank holiday.
I haven't been to the movie in a while. We enjoy going, and I don't mind spending the money because we're going to drop, $50 by the time you pay for your tickets and you get some popcorn and drinks and all that. So
When's
a
the last
movie
time-
really has to catch my attention. The trailer that they put out has really got to be something. It's really got to catch my attention for me to go to the movie.
When's
So
the
I
last
haven't
time
been
you
in-
went, Larry? When's the last time y'all went to the movies?
I'm trying to think what the last movie was. It might have been before COVID, honestly.
It's been
I go
about
on base. It's $2 on base.
the very last Star Wars that came out was the last movie I went and watched, and I think it cost us dang near $60 in candy, popcorn, soda, and entry.
Yeah.
So we go to the drive-in now.
You have a drive-in?
Yep, we got a drive-in called Silver Moon Drive-In in Lakeland.
I got one.
It's when we first moved back to Florida, it was $5 a carload. Now it's went up to $8. So for $8, you can watch 3 movies. You watch the first one, you watch the second one, and then they'll replay the first one again.
Now, do they have the old speakers you hang in your window, or does it play over your radio now?
Plays over your radio.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Plays. I mean, they do have a few of them left, but most of them have been torn off. So where they just play it over your radio.
Yeah.
But if you want to take the whole family, that's the way to go. I mean, because they've got a condiment shop, where you can get candy, pizza, nachos, whatever, and it's fairly reasonable. It's not as expensive as the indoor theater.
Yeah. Sasha, what was the last movie we saw? Yes. Okay, so this is going to confuse you. I think Grease was the last movie we went to see. But the theater here on one day a week, they do they bring back old movies.
Yeah.
So that was fairly recent. What was that one where the crawdads sing or something like that? We went to that one. I'm trying to think what else. A few years ago, I remember Angelina Jolie when she played Maleficent. Was that the name of it? I remember going to that. But I'm just saying, it's enough money, and we don't mind spending the money, but it's enough money. The little teasers they put out have to be pretty good to get my attention to convince me to go spend that kind of money.
Just makes me mad that Disney World bought the Star Wars franchise.
Yeah, now they're putting a movie out every other week.
I mean, Star Wars is my favorite sci-fi stuff to watch, and the world's worst political people in the world, Disney World, owns the rights to them. So
yeah.
Did you see they lost their lawsuit today
against the girl
Carrie Underwood? They got to pay her $1 billion.
Oh, Carrie Underwood sued him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow,
That's what I heard of that.
What did she sue him over?
Over The View.
Oh, Disney
wow.
owns The View. Yeah, I knew she was suing The View. I didn't realize Disney owned that. Yeah, they said some pretty ugly stuff about her when she decided to sing at the inauguration.
Here, let me stop using Google, going to X. Google's giving me old stuff. They won't give you any. They're going to hide all the negative stories.
Gina Carano, or whatever her name is, Carano.
Yep.
She was cast in the Mandalorian series, and they fired her, refusing to support their agenda when it comes to certain things. And she sued them. She won a buttload of money. She won big time. What was her winnings? Uh,
The press secretary suing the View. Yeah, I think the View's done with now.
they should have been off the air years ago.
Oh yeah. You see how fast all of these companies are dropping all that DEI junk. I don't think they wanted to do it to begin with. They were just, they were kind of forced to by the regime that was in place. And once they lost and Trump came in, they all dropped that stuff like a hot potato. I don't think they wanted, most of them, I don't think they wanted to do it anyway to begin with.
She sued over sex discrimination is what she sued over. But she did a big old interview talking about the reasons why she sued them, and they did her wrong. She didn't support their policies the way they wanted her to, so they pretty much just killed her career.
Good. I'm glad she sued them. I'm glad she's winning.
She won.
Hey, I'm gonna have to get going because I gotta make dinner tonight.
I hear you. I'm gonna have to skedaddle here shortly myself. I got some
Yeah.
business.
Well, I appreciate y'all jumping in with me tonight. We've done about an
Absolutely.
hour and 45 minutes, so that's pretty good. We've had 8 or 10 people the whole time, so that's really going to help on the watch hours. And I'll try to remember to send you guys an invite a little sooner. I had 2 minutes before it went live. I'm like, dang, I hadn't sent any invites out.
Well, that's all right. That's all
I
right.
sent them real quick.
I mean, I don't have to pair. I mean, I'll show up if I can. But I was telling Daniel the other day, he's one of our buddies that we try and help get his channel going.
Yeah.
You any channels that you watch, if you're talking their chats a lot, invite them on, see what they'll say.
I will. I sure will.
That'll help spread you out there a little bit with different audiences.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Y'all in
I'm
trouble now.
Uh-oh. The Miss Larry's there. She come to get you, put you in line.
I was busy. I had things to do.
I hear you. But you guys be good. I'm going to jump off of here, go cause some trouble somewhere else.
I'm going to call it a night too. Thank y'all for coming in. Thanks everybody in the chat. Go watch the bird feeder tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.